Odysseus and his weary men had endured numerous trials by the time they reached the radiant shores of Helios Island, home to the resplendent cattle of the sun god. The island shimmered with an eerie, divine light, and the air seemed heavy with the presence of the sacred. Odysseus, always wary and wise, gathered his men and delivered a stern warning. We must not, under any circumstances, harm the cattle of Helios. Their sanctity is protected by the very gods we dare not anger. Grumbling under their breaths, but ultimately obeying their leader, the men set up camp on the fringes of the island. Days turned into weeks, and the winds that could have taken them further on their journey refused to blow, as if tethered by an unseen force. Supplies dwindled, and the crew's patience frayed. The gnawing hunger gradually eroded their willpower. Eurylochus, a persuasive and rebellious member, finally gave voice to the mutinous thoughts plaguing their minds. Are we to perish from hunger for fear of the gods? They must understand our plight. Surely even the mighty Helios can spare a few of his sacred cattle for starving mortals. Odysseus, in a desperate bid to keep order, reminded them of the divine wrath that would follow. Even so, Eurylochus and the more desperate of the crew couldn't be dissuaded. One fateful night, while Odysseus prayed to the gods for deliverance, the men seized their chance. Under the cloak of darkness, they slaughtered several of the sacred cattle and feasted heartily. Their desperate hunger casting aside all thoughts of impending retribution. The morning sun revealed the extent of their folly. Helios, enraged by the sacrilege, roar echoed across the straits to the heavens. Father Zeus, avenge the desecration of my sacred herd. With almighty fury, Zeus unleashed a deadly storm upon the sea. Waves as tall as mountains crashed against their ship, and lightning cleaved through the heavens. The vessel was shattered, timber scattering across the turbulent waters. One by one, the men were swallowed by the vengeful sea until only Odysseus remained, clinging to a piece of driftwood. As the sea raged around him and the sky grew dark, Odysseus realized the full gravity of divine anger and mourned the loss of his men, who fell victim to their own desperate choices. Stranded and alone, Odysseus drifted, once again at the mercy of the gods, pondering the cruel lessons of fate and the heavy price of disobedience.